Alright, hello everybody! Welcome! What are we doing today? You might be asking. Now, we are... Hold on, I'm just editing the audio ever so slightly. There we go. Okay, so you might be wondering what we're going to be doing today. Why have I got this on my desk? Why behind me have I got these parts as well? Anything else in this bag that spilled? I do have that, but it's not for this bag. So you might be wondering, why have I got all of this stuff? Now, the reason I have this stuff doesn't work well, that actually, does it, that multicam? Anyway, whatever. We'll switch it back over. So, the reason I've got all this stuff is because we're gonna do a PC build. And I completely forgot to edit the stream information again. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. That's better. Right, I've got a few things up on this monitor, which is just task manager and things, so they can all be minimized. Okay, it's got a terrible viewing angle anyway. Right, so we've got all of these parts and a Ryzen 7 3800X to go with this. This, all of this stuff. So, what we're first going to do is try back some of these. I also have a 5-pack of Arctic fans if we need them. Now, you might be thinking, wait, what? Where's the GPU? Well, I did have one, but I have returned it because I have got a better deal on a different GPU. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a much better one. So it's a 6600 XT. So yeah, that's that. We're going to use this one to test it. It's not great, but should work well enough to just test it. It's got an HDMI on it, so I think it's got like 1 gig of VRAM, 2 gig maybe. That's what we're going to use. We've got 16 gig of RAM, a 8-core 16-thread processor, AM4 and AM5 compatible cooler. Well, it might only come with AM4 mount, I don't know for sure. I imagine it comes with AM5 as well, but it might not. So the first thing we're going to do is get the motherboard set up. That's always the first thing that we should do whenever you're doing any sort of PC build. You want to get everything installed in your motherboard and get it connected up. So that's what we will do right now. So you're going to just open up the box. You're going to see there are probably some extra little bits and bobs in there that you can get. That's a gigabyte one. It's a very budget board, this. It's about £50, 60, she might have been 65. I don't know. Don't remember exactly. However, it will work perfectly for our purpose. And Gigabyte, I know they're a good brand. Still running my Gigabyte system from years and years and years ago. As in, I'm still using the same motherboard. So when you take it out, there aren't many things to grab it by. Mostly because it doesn't obviously have any VRM heatsinks or anything. So you're just going to grab it and put it on the motherboard. Try and grab it by the I/O. Now, in the bag, you have an I/O shield and a SATA cable. Put that all off to one side. Now then, that is the wrong mount, I believe. Anyway, first up, what we're going to want to do is install the processor. So you're going to open up your socket. Sure, I should have this one as close-up view. Right, what one just broke? It was the GoPro that broke. Okay, hold on 2 seconds. There we go. Much better. I don't know why it's now got black lines on it. It's just a bit odd. I thought these changes I were making were... Okay, it has to be the webcam, unfortunately, so it goes a little bit blurry, but... like so. There you go. But now you can see a close-up. So what we want to do is we want to open up the socket. Then you're going to take your processor out of the clamshell that it should have come in. It's CEX where they don't actually bother giving you a clamshell. You're going to want to just check your pins if you bought it second hand or first hand, but just to double check. So to do that, just look down each row of pins and you should see if any are bent. So we're all good. You probably don't necessarily need to check for that. It's probably fine. Do I have any paper towel? Because it turns out this one actually has thermal paste all around the edge. That will be fine. Not conductive, so it should be fine. Okay, and then you want to find the triangle on your motherboard. The triangle in your processor. It's a very, very small triangle that you will have to try and find. It's very small. It's normally in the bottom left. And then you want to find the very small triangle on your motherboard as well, which is that. And then just line those up. Drop the processor in, just like so. Okay, I'm just videoing it on both cameras as well. Right, so you're then going to want to close that up. Like that. Close up the clamshell. Put that to one side for now. There we go. Back to the main view. You can see I've got a little B-roll of a computer in the background. Okay, next thing is going to be to do the memory. To do that, you're just going to want to open up the slots. If they are solid like these ones, then you're going to want to just open up the ones that aren't solid. So these ones are, oh, they're not actually. Okay. They are on my motherboard. They are. And then just push till you hear a click. There you go. 2 sticks of memory, so that's a total of 16 gigabytes of RAM, running at doesn't say it. Probably like 32,000, 3,200 or something. I don't know. Anyway, I think this is the wrong mount, but we also just want to first install our M.2. Another super easy thing to do. Just need to grab a screwdriver for that. So if you have one, grab your screwdriver from lttstore.com. That's undo. There you go, and that is installed. There isn't another slot for another one, but it does have 4 SATA drives and space for 1 system fan, front USB 3, your front panel connector as usual, front USB 1 and 2, COM, TPM, etc. Front audio. You got your ATX 12 pin, 24 pin, some PCIe slots, couple of by ones probably, I would imagine. And another system fan there. And up here, your CPU fan. So, what we're going to do next is... Don't need thermal paste yet. Is we are going to open up the CPU cooler. Move that off to one side just for now. Open that up. You've got all your mounting hardware here, which we will use in a minute. Two 120mm fans. I think they're 120. They might be 140s. They do look quite big. Oh no, they're 120. Yes, they are. Okay, so you also get two 120mm fans, which I think are static. They're like static optimized ones, I think. Oh! No, that's clever! If you look at the two fans, one of them is the opposite direction of blades. So you can still have them both facing the same way. Genius thermal take. Okay, so this is a thermal take Peerless Assassin. Holy cow, is that ever good at making your hands cold? So, there you go. Obviously, remember to take your peel off before you put it on your processor. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build the cooler first. And I think we'll mount it once it's in. I don't know. Either way, we're going to have to change the mounting on that motherboard. So, let's take a look in here at our mounting hardware. We do also get a tube of thermal paste. It is Thermalrite TF4. It doesn't look too bad. Oh, we'll use it. Why not? Okay, you have your fan grips here. So you've got, these are the fan mounts. Funnily enough, I've never actually done one of them, ever. And then if we want, we can put that backplate on, and it comes with stickies to stick it to the motherboard, which is just genius. And then you can put that on there, and then the cooler will mount like that. In here you have AM4/AM5, 1700, and 1200/115X, which is amazing. So, first thing to do is going to be to remove the original mounting hardware that came with the motherboard. Yeah, the original back plate doesn't have any sort of sticky on it. It looks kind of funky though, but yeah, no stickies. So as we are on an AM4 platform, you want to open up the AM4/AM5 bag. You have, in this bag, you have 4 screws and 4 rubber. Are you kidding? I cut that just before the seal. Okay, no, I just ripped it. There you go. So, in the bag, we have I need to keep doing it more in the middle. There we go. Nice. Okay, and then we can switch to... Whatever, doesn't matter. We'll stick with this system like it is now, because that seems to be working well. I can't tell if that's better for lighting or not. No, I don't think it is. I think it's a good idea. Anyway, just going to grab a drink from my LTD store.com water bottle. This mic picks up so much. It's kind of crazy. Camera's also, I think, might overheat soon because it's very hot. Anyway, okay, let's mount the system. For anyone that's going to complain that I'm not reading the instructions, I will read them now. AM4/AM5. Unscrew. Put that other back plate on. Screw that in. I'll put this one on. Although no, this is for 1700. Yeah. Duh. Moron. As we are building it here, it doesn't really matter if the back plate falls off, because it can't. So this is what we need to do. We need to mount these onto here. Does it not want... Hold on. Oh, okay. You have to use these ones that are very almost cut off, but they're not. One's very, very on the end. Okay. Neat. And then these have little cutouts here, so you can actually push them over. One the wrong way up. And fingers crossed this won't interfere with our RAM. It's relatively low profile RAM, so my guess is it would be absolutely fine. Should go and work for LTT. Drop everything. Okay. To be fair, no, you can't really start that off. Nearly, but not quite. Okay, so they are tightened down. Fairly tight. I'm hoping that that might help provide a tiny bit of cooling to the VRM. The fan should do at least. Now these are actually the female end of a screw. So when you place that on, just like that, which is nice and easy. Now these have strange fan connections. It's like that. Now that is because you can then connect the other fan you can daisy chain them together. Then whack them on and whack them in. No. Like so. And then cable manage a bit, but that blows air that way. and that blows there that way, so if we put them on that way round, should do it. Okay. So then in order to do this, what you want to do, it's such a good system. You're just going to want to hook that on there. I'll show you a close-up now. Apologies, I did think that through. So you're just going to want to put those bits through the holes. Go. And then just put the fan on. Pull them. How easy is that? I'll show you again on the other side. So you're just going to want to obviously work out where you want the cable to come out as well. So I want it to come out there, so I'm going to put one of these on. These also have a little bit of rubber there, so if you screw it into something, hopefully help dampen the vibrations a little bit. Really, really good fans actually. But bizarrely, this one has it on both sides. That one only has it on the one. Anyway, so I want the cable to come out this side, so I'm going to get the fan. And then if I do one side, I will show you the other side. So you can see it's loose here. I've just put it through the holes. Now what you're going to want to do is just pull it like that. Then those fans are secured. Dead easy. Now obviously I didn't put any thermal paste on, but I just wanted to check that the cooler would be compatible, and it will. So there you go over there. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of the first bit of this thermal paste. There we go. And then you want to just do a splodge. There you go. That'll do. Pea-sized blob. Now make sure that you tighten them down evenly. Like that one's full, and that one's full. Done. That is tightened up, and you can now pick up your computer with that, which is nice and easy. Okay, now which way do we want to look nice? Also, it's also which way do we want it to blow? That way. Towards the exhaust, which would be down there, so. Okay, and then where do we want to put? Probably about there. Do well. Just trying to connect them to the exact same one. That way, I know it's at the same height. Okay. Groovy. They are at the same height, which is awesome. And these fans will plug in to there. Okay. Right, the next stage is going to be to prepare the case. Or, well, first up, just pack away everything that you have used so far. I'm just going to put all of that back in the box. So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned what cooler this was, but this is the Thermaltake Peerless Assassin, I believe. Or it says Assassin on the thing. I think it's the Peerless Assassin. If it isn't, then they sent me the wrong one because I ordered a Peerless Assassin. It's not the end of the world. That will be fine. Two 120mm fans. It's only a 3800X, and this computer's not going to be running crazy high-end games either, which is nice. So my old processor, it's going to have a nice life. Yeah, so if we just move that over to one side, we can take out the main attraction, which is of course the case. Now, I'm not going to be shipping this computer. If I was to be shipping this computer, I would be worried about shipping it in the box that the case comes in, because they are rated, the foam and everything is rated for the weight of the empty case, not rated for the weight of a full computer in a computer case, because a computer weighs a hell of a lot. Also, I love an easy little money saving on this. They put feet indents in both sides, so they just have to do one mold. It's a great idea. So this is the Thermaltake H18, I think. Thermaltake Versa H18. So it's a pretty budget case, but it also has magnetic fan grills on the top, and the bottom has a fan grill there that you can remove to clean. It's actually a really, really nice little case. I really like it. Okay, I'm gonna leave these peels on for now. Now, the cooler should fit in here. It says that it will fit. So I'm hoping that it's not lying. Now, a quick little tip is to count the amount of motherboard standoffs that you have in the chassis and the amount that are on your motherboard. So in here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we count the holes on our motherboard, we can see that we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the one that we're missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I just can't count. Okay, well, it helps if you count properly. So, my computer has a built-in IO shield, so I keep forgetting I have to install IO shield sometimes. I did it on my NAS as well, completely forgot. Right, so IO shield, it's a pain in the bum. That way up, no? Yeah, so go in from the inside of the computer. They're extremely annoying, but, you know, they're helpful. Anyway, flip that over. Get your motherboard, make sure you've lined it up. If any cables are in the way, move them first. And then just line up the motherboard with the I/O shield. Once you've done that, it should be locked in place. Now, I don't know if you can see very well, but down there are holes for the 8-pin and other cables. So, I'm going to see if I can get the cables through, but we might have to take the motherboard out first, which would be a shame. Now, this case has space for a 120 in the back, a 120 in the top, and 3 120s along the front. Now, oops, just wallop the camera. I don't think this computer is going to need too many. However, I have some that I bought for my computer, but I might put them in this. Really? Yeah, I'm going to put them in this temporarily, just to make sure. That's nice that they leave the PCIe slot open for you. Okay, yeah, I'm going to stick 1 or 2 in here. Yeah. Okay, let's screw down the motherboard. Weirdly, the motherboard didn't actually come with any screws. Did the case come with anything? It didn't. I've already opened the case once, so I think I already... Because I've prepared this build, so I checked everything works. Yeah. So it comes with a manual, a speaker that... I mean... The beeping just annoyed me, so I actually just took it off with my computer. It just annoyed me. So you've got... There's a few little zip ties in there as well that you can use, but these are the ones that we want. I'm just going to get my... I also have this box which has all of the different motherboard screws in, so that's what I will use to help. Got lots of fan screws, a lot of AIO ones as well, because I bought some fans and he supplied it AIO and not AIO screws, so I have a lot. I also have some M.2 mount. Zip ties and motherboard screws. Oh, I'm calling them zip ties. English people don't call them zip ties. We call them cable ties. Which, you know, it's a pretty fitting name because they tie your cables. Anyway, I'm just going to make a pile of these just here. Which ones does it want? I would assume... I don't know why we only have 2 screws for a fan, because there's 4 in the back there. Where have I put the screwdriver? Oh, there. Right. Okay, so it doesn't want those screws. I don't know what screws it wants then. These ones? I normally put those other ones in, but there's like 2 different potential ones that standoff will have, and it just depends which standoffs are in your motherboard. Turns out. Other ones. So this is the first computer that this screwdriver has built, despite me buying it for screwdrivers. No, for computer building back in July. I haven't built anything yet. Then done my radiator on the computer once. If you got any questions, whack them in the chat. I'll answer them. Good time to, because when I'm doing a game or something, what a straight. Okay. Put them in there and then they won't get lost. Okay. A little bit of plastic. So that is now installed nice and firmly. I always find it surprising with air coolers that they can just hang themselves like that, but they can. So that is essentially this whole build done, because I don't have the graphics card at the moment. We obviously need to cable manage, so we will do that now. We'll take off the other panel. It's not tempered glass, the panel. It's just some plastic, which doesn't really matter. They weren't fussed. The customer for this isn't fussed about what it looks like, really, so. I don't know why that. I don't know what that is, or why it needs a Molex cable. I can't understand why an LED needs a Molex, because that seems excessive. Anyway, let's grab the power supply. So this is just a cheap power supply, but I believe it is made by the same people that make the MSI ones. So, I don't know. Anyway, it was more expensive than the cooler, so it wasn't super cheap. You know, it wasn't one of the £10.50 ones that you get off Amazon, because they will just blow up. Probably. Right, it does have no modularity. It is fully attached, so it's not semi-modular or anything. However, you don't have disgusting ketchup and mustard cables, so that proves that it isn't super cheap. Now also, we're going to have this pointing through the bottom of the case, because there are no supports. There's no vent above it. So now let's get these. I'm sure one will be fine, but don't say like power supply's gonna run away. That is a joke, or just. Well, it's not a joke about it running away. It won't run away, but I will put 4 screws in. So this entire build was configured from my brain and PC Part Picker. PC Part Picker's great. Even if you don't want to build an entire computer with it, just use it to look for parts. Like, because it takes them from all of the different websites, so it's really handy. Anyway, I was just checking down here, but we don't need anything down there. What are all of these cables? So that's PCIe. We don't need that at the moment, but we will soon. SATA, again, also don't need that. That's got a Molex if we want to plug in that. More SATA, don't need that. This is the issue with non-modular, so we don't need quite a lot of those cables, however, we still have to have them. Okay, so that one is going to go through there. This is the 8-pin for CPU, so that can go in there. And all of these can just be pushed down in here, except for the PCIe one, because that is 1 or 2. We'll put that up through there, just so that we know where it is. Now, unfortunately, on this stream, I won't be able to do any cool shots of it being fully built, for obvious reasons. I can't actually fully build it, because I don't have the graphics card. I'm waiting for them to refund me. I'm not spending more money on a graphics card before the company refunds me money for the original one. So this is reset switch here, power switch, hard drive LED, don't really need that. Then here we have USB. Oh no, that's audio, sorry, my bad. They're literally the same cable pretty much. It's just got the blanking in a different place. USB 3 and USB 2. So all of that needs to go through into the front of the case. We will probably put all of that. Okay, let's plug these cables in. And we can confirm how long they all need to be, and then we can cable tie them. Okay, that one can be shortened by like a mile. Good. Front power. Done. Now, this cable, that one, do you know what? Actually, it's fine. I was gonna say it doesn't look amazing, however. That's good. PCIe, obviously, we need, but we don't know where to yet. Reset switch. No. Oh, I keep hitting the GoPro. So sorry. Right then. get this out of the way as well, but right. Yeah, that helps the GoPro be at a much better angle. Anyway, get that out of the way, and front panel. Let's go. Power switch. Power LED. There isn't actually one, because for some reason it's a Molex cable. So, as this isn't going to be my system, I am going to cable manage it. At least a little bit. Now we've got USB 3, which is bendiest cable. Please say the USB 3 is on the other side. Oh, it is. Good. Good, because I can't get it up the hole if it was on the other one. I can't get it in past the power supply. So that's fantastic. Okay. USB. You know, the USB 3, I love the cable, you know, the speed of the cable. But I despise this stupid cable. It's horrible. Also, why are USB 2 and front panel audio multicolored cables? Regardless of the budget of the case or anything, they always look horrible. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Next is... Right, next is this LED. I'm gonna plug it in. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but I'm gonna plug it in anyway. We'll see. Oh, this power supply didn't come with a power cable. Oh, that's weird. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I have a spare one that I can use now, and then they can have power. Just a bit bizarre. Okay. Let's get a few of these cable ties. Actually, cable tie some cables, eh? The first time I've actually used a cable tie inside of a computer. Which probably isn't anything to gloat about, but how nice that'll look. Nice. Good. That doesn't need one. Ah, it did. This came with a few thinner ones, which I'll use. This. fine. Tie points around here. Only one there. This case is actually good for cable management. And then we just ignore these ones. And we just push them under there. Okay. Nice. Obviously we'll chop these bits off. Okay. I'm actually quite proud of that. That is easily the nicest cabling I've ever done. I don't think this fan's needed here. That is literally going to blow straight out. And at the moment, we've got negative pressure. We could always put one in the top here. I'm going to take this one out and put it in the front instead. Yeah, I think it's pointless there. Look at that for some neat cabling though. Beautiful. It's impossible to do on mine because my case is tiny. Now, funnily enough, sneak peek of a video that will be coming soon, I actually have ordered a, what was it? A Fantex H9, which is huge. Let me show you it. Oh no, NV9, not H9, sorry, H9 isn't the right thing. So it always seems to be £200. I got it for 60. So I don't know, but it looks sick. I just don't know if it's gonna arrive or not. I got it through Amazon for £56. And it's normally 200. I don't know, make of that what you will, but I thought, well, right, nice. We want these to be intake. Another thing is it needs 12 fans, which is why I am slightly reluctant, really, to use these because I need 12 of them. I have... although, actually, no, if I ordered another... If I use 3 here, it's fine. Actually, I could always just get them to pay for a fan that I've used in it. Yeah. I don't really need one down there, though. There's no hard drives. Oh boy, do I hate these screws. I just hate fans. Like, screwing in fans is just the least fun thing about building computers. Everything else is great, but this just sucks. Absolutely. Sucks. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream though. Building a computer live. Just getting some more screws out. That's the box of them. Where is the connector for a... That cable's too short. Why do they make fan cables so short? Because now that's funny enough, on my ones, in my case, they are absolutely massive. So yeah, you can fit 120s or 140s on the front here, by the looks of it. Which is good. So the top one is going to be for drawing in air for the processor, and then the middle one is going to be for the GPU. Obviously it's going to just go into the case and whoosh around a bit, but it should be mostly... That looks like a much better fan than that one. That looks like probably won't do a lot. Anyway. So we now have what's called positive pressure. You might be thinking, why is that good? Now that's good because if you have negative pressure, then you will be drawing in air from any gaps. So if these were both exhausts, we'd have no intake except the power supply, which is sort of like its own closed little loop. So because we'd have no intake, it would be drawing in it would be drawing in air from anywhere around the case. Now the problem with doing that is that there's a dust filter on the front here. There's a dust filter on the top. And there's no dust filter here, there's no dust filter here. So all of those places would just gradually just fill up with dust. And that's obviously not really great, because it won't look very nice. However, if we do... Now that cable's too short. Whatever fan I put on is going to be too short. How annoying is that? I don't really want to buy another extension, because I'm paying for it. Seeing as I'm not keeping the computer, I don't really want to pay for cables for it. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do. It's a shame it looked nice except for that. Anyway, right. I'm going to close up my screw box. Now then, also, another cool thing about this system is that it doesn't matter if you move it around like crazy, so you can do that while it's running. Yeah, maybe the fans wouldn't love it, but it would be totally fine. Annoying is that that's slightly off, but no. Now, you never close up the side panels. Never close side panels before you've booted a system, because you get bad GBs, and then the GBs is the bad